If you ever wonder why I think the stock market kind of sucks, or why we're kind of afraid to gamble our money in this is just one reason. How many of you have ever heard of lawmakers like Nancy Pelosi getting in trouble because they profited off of bad news, like, March 2020, for example, or other things going on where you're like, wait a minute, did that politician just make money because of things that they knew ahead of time or they enacted laws that helped them to do that? Yep, that's been a big topic lately. So I'm going to share in a news article here, actually from September. So this September of this year. Interesting article talking about Congress that misses yet another deadline to rein in their lucrative stock trades, right? Because the truth is, lawmakers, many of them have been making money off of really things that we didn't know about. We weren't privy to information wise, but they were. Many people would call this insider trading. Martha Stewart went to jail for insider trading. Recall? Well, same things happen with lawmakers, but nobody's going to jail yet. We just talked about here. Just 2 weeks ago, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi renewed hopes that Congress might stop lawmakers from trading stocks on the grounds that they have access to non-public information. Right? Here's what she said. She says, "We believe we have a product that we can bring to the floor this month," she said on September 14th. But guess what? They're taking a breather until November 14th, missing yet another deadline to ban or curb stock trading by senators and U.S. representatives. So really soon here, and then within the next few weeks, we might hear some kind of news coming out. They say the lawmakers promise to take up the issue again when they're reconvening because it's becoming clear that Congress is having a tough time policing itself. Go figure. Lawmakers policing themselves. Yeah, that's kind of an issue, isn't it? We don't like it when they don't police themselves. This is why we have checks and balances, isn't it? Well, that's not what happened here. So let's keep reading on here. This is the part I think I love. Okay, it's not the big bright eyed, crazy eyed Nancy Pelosi. That is just freaky. I just got to tell you, that's gonna keep me up at night. Okay, so here's where the key comes in. All right. It says, getting down to this paragraph right here, during a contentious weekly press conference on Friday, go figure, reporters pressed Pelosi on why the vote had been delayed. Well, you have to have the votes to bring it up, she said. This is a legislative process. Okay, great. Um, my response exactly. But her answer left many unsatisfied. So, well, we also hear from Representative Abigail Spanberger, who's a Democrat out of Virginia. She says this moment marks a failure of House leadership, and yet, it's yet another example of why I believe the Democratic Party needs new leaders in the halls of Capitol Hill, as I've long made known. Oh, really, Abigail? I'm guessing you're that person. I'm guessing that you want to get Pelosi out and have you move in. Okay, so here it is. Ever since the stock trading issue exploded into public consciousness in late 2021, lawmakers have repeatedly promised to rein themselves in. Back in April, as one example, a deal was purportedly on the way in the next few weeks, as Senator Kristen Gillibrand told Yahoo Finance at the time. Stock trading issue gained attention late in 2021 with revelations hit in the lead up to the pandemic. Then Senator Kelly Loeffler from Georgia, a Republican from Georgia, and Senator Richard Burr, a Republican from North Carolina, sold stocks soon after a private meeting on COVID-19. Burr faced a Department of Justice investigation that eventually ended without charges, while Loeffler lost the election bid. Pelosi herself has also drawn attention to the issue because of her husband's frequent trading activity, which has spurred traders to follow along for tips, and so on and so forth, right? So basically, they haven't come to any real conclusion yet. This is the problem that I see all the time going on right now, is that, Pelosi, for example, just kind of give you some background on her husband. We actually did a podcast, I believe this was in 2020 or 2021. I was asking, how much money do lawmakers actually have? Because if they're supposedly hate the rich, why are they so rich? And we actually found out, I mean, it's really difficult to find exact financial numbers on all these politicians, but it was estimated that at least half of the politicians were millionaires. So they're not part of the middle class like everybody else. Well, Pelosi is one of the wealthiest. Even though she hates on rich people all the time, she is one of them. Her net worth, as of just about a year or two ago, was about a pretty confirmed estimate of $104 million. A lot of that is her husband's, right? Her husband actually has a fund that he trades stocks. So people have to wonder, is there some pillow talk going on with Pelosi here? Something happening where she might be talking to him about stuff? Well, she might deny, and maybe she's being truthful, saying, "No, no, 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 no. My husband and I, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about the things I'm trying to put in office. I'm not giving him any tips or saying, hey, could you possibly move my money out of this stock and into this one instead?" One way or the other, he probably is getting some key information. He might be overhearing conversations. Maybe she's not as careful about how loud her volume is. I mean, look at her. She is a loud speaker in Congress, right? So there's a lot of things that could be going on. Regardless, we have already seen evidence that lawmakers have been using this to their advantage. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of you investing in the stock market. Because one, if lawmakers do this, what does this mean for you? What if they start manipulating a stock price for whatever reason? If you're in that stock, all of a sudden it tanks because there's a little bit of a tip off before the reality hits. This is a problem. This is actually happening with Bed Bath and Beyond. We saw people bailing out of it. Heck, the CFO bailed out of Bed Bath and Beyond and then committed suicide, right? Sold his stocks beforehand, committed suicide, leaving his family destitute. Well, not destitute, but leaving them distraught. And then all of a sudden now anybody who has Bed Bath and Beyond stock are lost tons and tons of money, right? This kind of stuff is not new. This is why like insider trading, everything else isn't a big surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise to any of us. Heck, even John F. Kennedy's dad was known for getting information. He didn't say it was insider trading, but back in those days in 1920, it was much more frequent. It wasn't illegal back then. They were doing it all the time. Eventually, they had to put some kiboshes on it, try to put some limitations. But he was making money off of that insider trading anyway. And the truth is, what is insider trading? You happen to hear and talk to a few people, you might put two and two together and say, oh, I think I should buy or sell this stock. Either way, you should know that this is a game of those that know and those that don't know, of those that are in the know and those that are ignorant. Sadly, probably all of us watching this video right now would be in that ignorant class, myself included. This is why I don't put my money in the stock market. This is why I don't trust it. Because why would I trust something that can move on a dime, right? And no pun intended, especially if it happens to drop to a dime. I don't want to put my money in a place where representatives, lawmakers, I don't want to put my money in a place where even company owners or C-level executives in a company could possibly ruin my future. More importantly, ruin your future. Because the truth is, my future is now independent of this. I'm out of the stock market 100%. I might consider playing in it, even though I used to play in it a lot, right? I even taught people how to trade stocks and options. Yet I would still tell all of our students, you're a gambler if you're going into this, because the truth is you can never know for certain if a stock price is going to go up or down. You can't always make money and be 100%. That just doesn't happen. No one is 100%. Not even the best traders in the world are 100%. You just have to figure out how to minimize losses and maximize gains, right? And that's a tricky game to play. It's very, very difficult. Few people ever get to a place where they make a lot of money. So my point is this, is that why would you put your money in a place where there is so much corruption, there is so much uncertainty, and obviously somebody else can get a much bigger benefit than you can? I would rather stay away from Wall Street, where there's already tons of corruption and things going on there, and go to Main Street. I go to Main Street. This is why I invest in real estate. This is why I invest in my own business. I can control that. That is a stock I can control. Now, you can't control money ripples. You're not investing in my company. I'm not letting you. This is my company. I'm investing in it. I'm making the money from it, or I'm taking the risks. If I make a bad decision, it costs our company profits. That's on me, isn't it? That comes out of my pocket. I'm willing to take those risks because I can mitigate those risks to as close to zero as possible. I'm paying to be able to help you see me on YouTube, right? I'm doing that because I know I can control the outcome much more. Same for you. Why would you gamble your entire future, your family's future, your legacy, whether you have a legacy to leave behind or not, whether you have the ability to create freedom in your life or not? Why would you put it in a place where even lawmakers can't even decide after even a year or 2 years of this being a massive debate, a hot debate, and yet it just keeps getting pushed and kicked down the road? Who's policing them? Nobody. You? Yeah. Come election time, coming up right about now, right? You could police them that way. You could say, you know what? Out with you. But the truth is, you bring somebody else in and this could happen again. The question is, yes, you can control who you pick into office, but you can't control what's going on in the stock market. What will you do to make sure and ensure you have your financial freedom? Don't put it here. If you're looking for other ways, alternative ways, ways that actually have more certainty and have been proven to create more millionaires, than any other investment in the world, which is real estate, as well as, heck, business. We can even say that too. If you want to be able to invest in those places versus a place that's been very hard to create millionaires, I invite you to go to visitmoneyripples.com right now. Reach out to us if you got questions. Take that passive income calculator and see how much passive income you can create in the next 12 months. Go and do that right now.